Oh my god. Oof. Come on, that's a clip. Welcome, my fellow Vikings. Welcome to another video where I'm gonna go show you guys how we built the ultimate melee build with the Samurai Sword. And of course we're gonna, after like a season 2, when the season 2 was literally unplayable for us as a melee players, do the extremely lags and extremely weak spots for the sniper bingos and jaws, everything. The melee was very underperforming. Was a lot of glitches in the season 2, lot of bugs, including the Geno Purifier glitch when you can actually use it and close it when you're doing the dash, and therefore you can use that kind of 2 deviation at the same time. It was extremely problematic, and extremely a lot of issues was causing all of this. But yeah, now they fix it. Now we're playing as like as we're supposed to play, and yeah, let's get to the build. So starting with the build, we're gonna talk about our gear, then we're gonna move to the weapons and optional secondary, which what I'm gonna use the word optionally, because optionally we can use more offensive or more defensive weapon. So let's start with the weapon. So the new weapon is the Fabled Masamune. Of course, it's a exotic weapon because it's a gold, so that's good. The clue of this build is gonna be to keep our blade sharp. The main perk is saying when the weapon durability is above 50%, for every percent higher, so 50 times, we get crit damage plus 50% up to 120%. Guys, 120% critical damage, right? When weapon durability is below 20%, for every 1% attack -2. So basically we want to keep our blade sharp, and we're gonna do this one with the deviant with the hand, so basically we can constantly repairing ourselves on the field without optional coming back. So basically when you're doing PvE, when dealing a quick attack after drawing weapon, attack plus 3% and guaranteed critical hit, in effect against the meta-humans, but that's not a big deal because this is actually this actually have a special animation we're going to show you just in a second. And if quick attack hits, the enchantment effect is still for the 5 seconds, but decay every time. How does it look, the quick attack? So basically if you do the quick attack, it's doing something like this, right? Right, this is the combination, but we're gonna like use the gun and we're gonna place the quick attack melee. As you see, the attack is from the bottom. You'll see the animation looks absolutely sick. So let's see one more time. This is the quick attack. So when you're holding any other gun, so we're gonna move to the gun in just a second, but for example, if you're gonna move any gun and you see any NPC, gonna be animals over there, whatever, and you're gonna do this and continue attacks or heavies or just like makes sense, right? So what you want to do basically, you will basically doing the heavy attacks, change for the attack, and you basically hold just the button up. Now the mods is basically simple. Melee amplifier, melee damage plus 12%, plus 4.8, so we get 70% melee damage over here. Weapon damage reduction to get more tanky. And if it's coming to the calibration, when we're gonna use the calibration, show me the calibration, please, here we go. The calibration, we're gonna use our light stack stride, movement speed plus 10%, but this is the purple one, the gold one have an extra 3%, I believe. And attack speed up to 30%. And we're looking for the critical rate as much as we can. This is pretty good, almost perfect, perfect mod. So right now, with all this stuff, we got a crit rate around 20%, which we should have around 29 and 240%. We kinda can go as well with the food to almost 250% technically with everything unlocked with the right mods. I think 250% is it's basically the thing. Melee bonus, we're running around 113%. Of course, the more, the better, I would say. And this is pretty much how we gonna do. So once again, the combo with the weapon, gonna holding the light buttons. As you see, the longer we're holding it, the faster we're attacking though. It's absolutely insane that the attack speed is like plus 30%. So we literally like a slacking. As you see, the stamina is not even draining that fast because it's like a light weapon. It's a mid-range though, right? So the amount of attacks we can do a lot. Now, guys, there are a lot of people asking me as well how we achieve the attack speed on this level though. So first one, light striker style. We're gonna guess as well our weight is gonna be under 65 kilo because that's give us melee attack speed plus 15. So we're kind of running 45% attack speed, and don't worry about the damage minus 10%. Don't get it. Maximum stamina is plus 25%, so more stamina, more dodges, and everything else. And we're moving now to the Stoneweaver. So Stoneweaver basically give us the running stamina cost minus 20%. So we're gonna do it with the Ice Tea. Ice Tea allows us as well that our rolls are literally faster. We literally are doing a lot more with the rolling. Magazine capacity bonus is gonna work perfectly on the pistol or the shotgun, which is gonna be, we can use both of them. The shotgun, of course, what we're talking about is the Doombringer. Doombringer is pretty much the best like a defensive weapon in my opinion right now, because when we're fighting up close, we can defeat the after chicken bullseye damage reduction 5% for 8 seconds up to 4 times. When you have 4 bullets and we're fighting around 5 meters, it's pretty much extra thing. And critical rise with mark enemies, but that's not important. I would say the most we can do it from the damage reduction. If you really want the juggle with the shotgun and weapon, but therefore remember you're gonna be owning the short range. If you wanna keep some range, my humble advice is to get you to the Whitefire. Whitefire is basically because it's chance to have trigger the bullseye, but the thing is like it's a more offensive choice. Why? Because hitting weak spot or mark enemies attack plus 3% and stack ups, and the stacks can be transferred to the blade. It's a lot of like a juggle between those stuff, so depends on your playstyle of your skill gap. This is how you play. I would say this is like a mid-range if you really like into the mid fight and stuff, and you of course the mod we're gonna use the Hunter's perk. The Hunter's perk is basically give us the mark enemies with the metas minus 20%. We can use this on the shotgun as well. Up to you guys. This is a skill gap. Sometimes I forgot about this one because I want to DPS. You have to start the shotgun. It's a lot, right? But back to the set. Magazine size capacity is 50%, so we can, with the heavy style on the shotgun, we can run up to 4 bullets in the double barrel. But the most important part is that taking damage grants a stack of powered armor, damage reduction 4% for 10 seconds, FN stacks 6 times. That's, guys, 6 times. What does it mean? We can have a 24% damage reduction flat just from the wearing the set. Now, for the helmet mask, we're using the Fateful Strike, so critical rate plus 10% and critical damage by 30%. Just stack the Violent on this one, so critical damage 12%. The dream stats I have is gonna be critical damage, HP, weapon damage reduction, status damage reduction. Dream stats. Then basically status, weapon damage reduction, HP, and critical damage, and you good, bro. You good. On the mask, we're gonna use the life force boost. The best one is as well is the weapon damage reduction. As you see, this is on the tier 5. That's extra 5% over there. Maximum is 6%, so weapon damage reduction, max HP once again, and the status damage reduction. If you guys, I saw as well, the life force boost can be rolled with the violent stat. So if you get violent, that's extra critical damage. So that's what I say. You can kind of run 250% damage, critical damage if you really want. Chest piece. The chest piece we're running with the head-on conflict because we're gonna go really close. Critical damage, weapon damage reduction. As you see, this is on the tier 5. We got pretty good on this one. If you playing against the bingo players on the distance and you want to survive first 4 to 5 shots, depends, and you're gonna shorten the distance, you can change it and play with the resistance advantage. The problem with this thing is that the resistant advantage do not always work. What I mean by this, there is no indicator out of combat, you're out of combat or you're in the combat. There is no indicators, or I don't know about them yet. But basically, when you're not in the combat, you can stack to damage reduction up to 50%, and every hit from the bingo is only one hit. So this mod is super effective against the snipers, the bingo players, but ineffective against this SMGs, AKs, any automatic weapon, including jaws, because those stacks just vaporize in seconds, right? So I was thinking about this or that. I think the most you have to see what you fight against. So I would say or go for this, or if you really want to go good for everything, I think the best one is gonna be head-on conflict, which gives us 10% weapon damage reduction when we 7 meters away from the target, which we most of the time will be. And if someone's gonna play similar build to ours, we got as well extra 10% for 5 seconds. So there is in some scenarios someone was mailing me or even bashing me with the shoulders. That was the situation. I get extra 10%. So as you probably see already, the math is mathing. If someone gonna use the melee at 7 meters, that's 20%. If someone is gonna be hitting me 6 times from the chest piece, is another 24%. So we're running on 44% damage reduction. And if you're gonna use the sandwich, the PvP sandwich, that's extra 20%. That's 64%. And if you're gonna use the shotgun, for example, to stacking before fight or XYZ, like in the scenarios, we kind of can run into the almost 94 to 100% weapon damage reduction, which that 94 to 100 is happening rarely, but I would say the safe spot to say is 64%. However, to increase even further damage reduction, if you really want, let's move to the Cradle, because we're going to speak about the damage reduction. Cradle. And as you see, I'm not yet still missing 2 perks, but that wasn't not the thing important over here. We can like add whatever you want actually. There is a one more here. So after rolling weapon damage reduction, and the status plus 15 for 4 seconds. When we're gonna roll, because stamina cost is minus 20% and ice tea gonna give us as well kind of boost. And the best part, damage from the metas is minus 20, effect is halved when damage, so basically extra 10%. So if you're not in the encounter, if someone started shooting you, you basically have a 20% plus 24%, so it's 44, plus you're gonna get like all the stuff. So I would say it's pretty tanky build, but if you're in the combat, it's extra percent. So once again, 10% from here, we got 10% from here, that's 20%. If someone gonna hit us, mate, that's 30%, plus 24 from this one is another 24%. So we're running on 55 plus sound, which is 74% weapon damage reduction on the full stack situational. Realistically, is 64. If you really want to push the numbers, then up to 100. But it's sometimes you don't have a time for doing that, but you can do it. You can do it. Now for the our survival stats, we're gonna move to the survival stats. So survival basically gonna give us the medicine cooldown, haste 0 to 2%. So basically we our cooldown for the medkits are much faster. And basically if you're gonna go for the once again to the cradles, we're gonna work perfect with the rapid 8. That's healing medicine cooldown is minus 30% and healing effects by plus 15. So we kind of like try to spam the medkit as much as we can. But the clue of that set is basically medicine cooldown, and when HP is below 30%, automatically use the last button activated in the backpack. So that means basically there is a cooldown 40 seconds, of course, but basically it's our, like I would call it, unbreakable. Because that means that wherever our HP drop at 30%, automatically our HP is back. And the cooldown of the medicine and first aid working perfect together, so we got around minus 50% of the medicine cooldown. If it's coming to the mods on that thing, survival gloves, we're gonna use of course the where is the mods on this one? There we go. We're gonna use the melee amplifier. Melee amplifier should go with the melee damage 8%, weapon damage reduction, anything else. This is more PvE wise. I got one more, but it's really good, like a gold. But if you really want to go as well, is a max HP headshot damage reduction. However, I checked the headshot damage reduction. It doesn't work like that perfectly, I would say. You can use it, not necessarily needed, but I would say perfect will look like this. It's gonna be melee damage, max HP, status damage reduction, weapon damage reduction will be perfect. Will be perfect. Unfortunately, no luck anymore. But that's on the gloves, melee amplifier. On the boots, standard stuff. We're gonna use the covered advance. Basically, if you're not taking damage for 4 seconds, that gives us flat 20% of the melee weapon or status damage reduction for 30 seconds. It's easy, basically. 4 seconds, you just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for 30 seconds you get extra 20%. It's free. Same stuff, critical damage. I got headshot reduction, heavy weapon damage reduction should be as stacked as possible. Unfortunately, not luck. There is no luck for me. Unfortunately, I try to get some, but I make a clearance. There is literally nothing cool dropping for me, but I need to farm it. On the pantalones, melee momentum. Melee damage is another 20%. After melee kill, recovered 30% of the stamina. So that means when you kill the NPC, player, everything like this, we're gonna get our 30% stamina. Core attribute is of course the melee damage by 20% extra. And of course gives the melee damage 8%. Status damage reduction, of course, we're looking for the, once again, HP. Weapon damage reduction to stack it. We can be more tanky if you really want, but it's very difficult to find it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Let's move to the Cradles once again. So for the Cradles, we're gonna use, this is our core. Everything else, other those 2 perks, that basically up to you guys, whatever it's just. I don't saw anything special on that thing, on the level 40. But yeah, it's just whatever. Literally whatever. We're not gonna use anything else. You can use pistols, shotguns, whatever. Like, literally whatever. The basics. Basic is a melee enchantment. This is the perk what I was talking about in my previous section of the comments of the other videos. Unfortunately, on the season 2 they removed this one, and that was a maximum. Literally, this is the core attribute for the melee. Melee enhancement, we are receiving the 20% extra damage when holding the melee weapons, and we got 20% of expended stamina upon defeating target. And it's triggered every 3 seconds, so that works perfectly with our one other mod. So once per 3 seconds we kill very fast, we recover 50% of stamina. Rapid 8 working perfectly with the set of the 8. So that basically means not only our cooldown, so the healing is minus 50%, but our effects of the plus 15. Agility, after rolling, weapon damage reduction plus 15% and status damage reduction plus 15 for 4 seconds. We got minus 20% cost of the rolling, and remember, Ice-T gonna increase that even further, but the Ice-T gonna be unlocked on my server probably next week or something, so I can grab the potions basically and food. Gonna use the brow boost. Damage from the metas basically affect how the defeat get the meta. So this is our defensive perks. If you've played the new season 3, my players with the other faction, this is pretty much the crucial. Sprint, movement speed plus 5%, and running stamina cost minus 15. I think everyone gonna pick it. And of course the last thing, tactical combo, weapon damage. 25% for 4 seconds after switching on weapon or reloading. When you're gonna play the shotgun, this is basically you doing melee, open the shotgun, bam, 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 and you got 25% permanent damage. The last perk probably after reloading, instant damage search, but this is like, as I said, you can use it, you don't have to use it, doesn't matter, but I would probably choose the handgun enhancements. Sorry. Because that's gonna give us 20% when extra damage when holding pistols or shotguns, and that's gonna be the last one. Last perk, choose whatever. I'm probably going for the Deviation Master just for the PvE content, just to get extra damage versus the Great Ones, bosses, and elites. It's pretty good, but I think this is the last 2 perks I would choose, like the Handguns Enhancement and Deviation Masters, right? If it's coming to the mimetics, I would say the best you can do right now is a Judgment for the season 3. So what I mean by that is basically that's gonna give us anima fragments, give us weapon damage plus 10%. The 30 at 30 Florence horrends, whatever it is, enter beyond mode. Consuming 1 currency per attack, doing 50% stun damage to the place and damage equal to the 10% of the max HP on non-players. But this is like PvE. Really cool stuff. Rolling stamina consumption plus 50%. That's why we're gonna use our iced tea, rolling stamina cost and stuff like this. So just to mitigate that debuff. But rolling speed, roll speed is plus 30 and damage reduction during the roll increases by 80%. Remember, by 80%, our stacks from the set is 100. So basically when we are the 100%, they cannot kill us. So basically when we rolling, they cannot kill us. Until we roll, we good. So that's gonna be used for our medkits, for cooldowns, for example, for everything else, right? And basically, and some of the flamethrower that these damage equal for 1000 PSI. I saw only once work for me. I don't know if it's like decided, but I saw only works though, right? Rosetta firepower drone, pretty good. But when you're gonna use or this, choose between situational, right? This is basically the most stupid perk I ever seen. It's basically make like it's literally like the Thor is like a ninja smite his anvil and the sparks from the anvil is like just bullying people, man. 4000 PSI is basically clearly is around 20,000 damage per hit. It's 3 seconds like a delay. But if someone is sniping on holding stuff, oh sorry, just coughing. But basically someone sniping on the building or whatever, but in holding still, he's dead. Doesn't matter what you're gonna have, he will dead. So it's pretty good, I would say. It's pretty stupid. I saw only once work for me. On PV is constantly working, but pretty much that. Of course, the ice dish, ice treat effect. So this is gonna be for our iced tea. Is gonna be basically that's gonna work perfectly with the iced tea. And here basically I'm just looking for maybe it's gonna be something more cooler. And of course level 35, 40, 45 and 50 we're gonna that's gonna be probably last perk over here, and that's gonna be including the probably some like a damage reduction. I think there is as well the perk with the crit damage reduction, but so far we're not yet there. Like I literally played the day or two and already like I come with a really good like a build though, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So once again, if you really want to play with the shotgun, I recommend you guys to play with the Doombringer for the damage reduction. Of course, the damage, modification of that one, you have to go with the heavy style, so that increase the capacity. And yeah, you gotta be good, right? So guys, that's pretty much it. This is how the build rolls. I'm gonna show you as well. I showed you as well the thing how to work on this one, and yeah, I think this is gonna be the. And I'll say yeah, we are back, baby. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, oh, one more thing, guys. We are very close to the 1,000 subscribers. When I started making videos about this game, I'm not even like I think about like reaching 100 views. Some of the videos using the 24,000 views, and a lot of people like starting noticing me in the game, even like, oh guy, I'll watch your videos and stuff. Like guys, bottom of my heart, absolutely thank you. One more time, thank you for all the subscription, likes, comments, how to improve my videos, because it's an incredible journey for me. And thank you as well for the ones who went to actually be able to be a part of this community. So guys, thank you very much. And guys, see you guys in the next episode. Stay awesome.